Welcome to Post Fight with Ray Thompson. This show is powered by MMA Crypt and MMA Mental. For more interviews and podcasts, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, MMA Crypt and MMA Mental. You can also follow MMA Crypt on Facebook and Twitter. It's at MMA Crypt on Twitter and MMA Crypt on Facebook. To follow me, it's at MMA Mental on Twitter and Ray Thompson on Facebook. I'm now joined by Kenny Robertson, who's coming off of another impressive UFC victory against Ildemar Alcantara at UFC 175, taking his pro record to 14-3 and his UFC record to 3-2. Kenny, thank you very much for joining me.
How's it going?
It's going very well, and congratulations on dominating another Brazilian.
Yeah.
Two Brazilians in a row. So let's talk a little bit about the build-up. Now, you were actually a replacement. It was due to be Santiago Ponzinibbio. So how did the opportunity come about for you to step in for this fight?
Well, I was supposed to fight July 16th in Atlantic City, but then something came up and they moved my opponent off the card, and then I was wondering if I was even going to have a fight. But then, so I actually got 2 weeks less of training in than I was supposed to. But as soon as they offered me this fight and I saw the card, I was like, oh yeah, I got to be on that. It was, it was a crazy big card and a lot of really talented fighters on there.
I suppose it's always nice as well if you get the chance to fight in Las Vegas as well. Of course, one of one of the most famous arenas really for fighting.
Yeah, it was nice. My sister and brother-in-law came out, and there's probably 8 or so of my family members and friends that were able to make it out there.
Now, going into the fight then, what were your views on Alcantara as an opponent?
Well, I knew he was going to be a tough guy. I watched a couple of his fights. He looked like, he didn't impress me with his speed, but he looked like he was a tough guy and that he kind of kneed hard and hit hard. So I knew that it'd be hard for me to finish him via knockout, so I just was going to grind on him.
Now, in the first round, you use your wrestling and you got a takedown. You're throwing some strikes from top position. Were you surprised that he didn't offer more offense off his back?
Yeah, I think he was more worried about keeping me in his guard, because I kept on trying to progress and get in a better position. And then he was doing a pretty good job of hand fighting, so I think that's why he wasn't able to get off as many strikes, because I was actually winning the hand fighting battle on the ground there. So I'd get a couple strikes off, and then he'd lock back up on my hand.
I think going into the second round was pretty much the same. So did you feel going to the third round that you were clearly 2 rounds up?
Yeah, I got confirmed from my cornerman. They said that okay, you got 2 rounds in. Let's be smart. Take him back down to the mat. So I just stood with him for a while, and then I was trying to get him back to the mat.
I suppose at that point of the fight, you feel like you've done most of the work and you don't want to make any silly mistakes, because you can obviously still lose a fight in the third round, and that's not something you want to happen when you're 2 rounds up.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, in the third round, he actually took you down and you swept him straight away. Can you talk us through the sweep?
Well, it was one of those things where I had seen him get swept on the videos, and I didn't think he had very good control on top. So when I went down, I just was like, okay, I'm in a good position here. This whole position, wait for him to adjust his weight a little bit, and then when he adjusted his weight, I just rolled him right over.
Now, how nice was it for you as well? When they read the scores out, all 3 judges scored it 30-26. So how nice was it for you to get a 10-8 round in there? Because we don't get to see them very often.
It was pretty cool, especially with all 3 of them giving it the same way. Like you said, you don't see that very often. I was just happy it wasn't a split decision. When I'm in there, I just want as many points and as many strikes to land as possible, and sometimes I don't think I did as well, but as I did. Like, I seriously thought it might be a split decision just because I didn't, I wasn't the one watching it, but I was in there.
I think anyone watching that fight, I think we all knew that you'd pretty much dominated and were going to win. Now, this is the first time as well, it's worth noting, that you've actually had a positive UFC record. You went 0-1, then you went 1-2. So how nice is it for you to go 3-2?
Well, in the UFC?
Yeah, in the UFC, yeah.
I'm actually 3-3 now. So, it feels, it's 500 mark, so it's good.
Oh, I've got you. Yeah. You've got the Mike Pierce fight back. I missed that one when I was going through. So you're 3-3 now.
Yep.
So you fought Mike Pierce. You had one fight out, and then you come back to UFC, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. So you're 3-3. So okay. So you like to say you're coming off of a win now. So you got any ideas on who you'd like to face next?
Oh, I don't have any clue. I don't know. I love fighting and everything, but I don't watch. Like, maybe I should watch the UFC more because I like, I love fighting and everything, but I don't like, Family Guy. I don't even have cable, so I don't get to watch a whole lot of fights. I'm too busy running around.
I know you've got a full-time job as well, haven't you, away from the octagon as well?
Yep.
So when I know you have obviously not sure on who you'd like to fight next, but when would you like to get back in and compete?
Whenever they let me know. I'm in good shape right now. I'm not banged up at all. I got some rug burns, and that's about it, really. So, I'm good to go now. My elbow was a little banged up, but I got a doctor's appointment set up to get me cleared so I can fight. I think they're just waiting on me to let them know that I'm cleared to fight, and then they should be letting me know sometime soon. Hopefully, at least by August. Would be nice.
Well, congratulations on the win, and thank you very much for giving me your time, Kenny.
No problem. Anytime.
And before we let you go, I just want to give you a chance to do some shout-outs. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, training partners, trainers, and also you want to shout out your Facebook and Twitter?
Sure. Big shout-out to Ryan Blackerby with Blackerby Realty, Traders Realty. He's helped so many stinking rounds of pads for me. It's ridiculous. Joe Cherry in the Human Performance Lab in Germantown Hills. He's made me stronger and faster than I ever have been before, so that's awesome. Josh Brackett with Peoria Muay Thai. He's a southpaw that will let me get up on him a little bit, so that was huge for this fight. Facebook's just Kenny Robertson, and Twitter is @170Kenny.
I can't wait to see you step back in there again, Kenny.
Thanks,